Hey guys, welcome to the inaugural podcast for AKW Weekly. And so we're going to be updating you at least weekly with some of the top news stories here in Japan, some of the hobby news and other stuff. And I'm John, and I'm here with G.Nakai, and he's going to be chatting with us along with searching on some of these things and inputting his thoughts as well. Sup, G?
So, hey y'all.
Oh man. Yeah, so let's see here. We've got some big things this week. Well, it's almost, we're recording this almost halfway into the month already, but a lot's happened actually since Halloween. We've got LovePlus failing. We've got a terrible fire down in Okinawa, and actually a lot of tech news too.
Yeah, a lot of burning downs right now. So I don't have really opinion about it, but let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Just, California fires, and we got castle fires here. It's terrible.
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's going on? It's really global warming right now.
It is. Yeah, it's just too much.
It's so hot. Gonna have to turn up the AC right now, so it's gonna be a burning hot news. And burning hot dog, I guess.
Night of fire.
Oh my god!
Man, we got Eurobeat. Oh, we should. I'm gonna have to get a soundboard so we can do that. We'll play some Eurobeat.
Oh my god. It's like a deja vu actual. Lots of deja vu
I've just
happening.
been in this place before.
It's burning there, it's burning here, it's burning here, and it's so hot right there. And it's going down right there. So what the hell is going on, Japan?
No, it's too much, yeah. Oh, let's see here. First up, let's see here. I should probably share this meme that you shared it to me earlier. I guess we should thank the based Emoto 3.0 because of this. Oh my god, let me play it. Oh no, my YouTube's failing. Oh well, we're just gonna go back.
Okay.
But yeah, that thing, that OK Boomer. I mean, I remember you sharing that just a few minutes ago, and that was hilarious.
Yeah, it's really ridiculous. Like, what? Why?
Well, yeah, and it's just like so upset. But to be fair, having manga inside that was a middle school library, but still, I just think it's funny. Their only reason why they're upset, oh, she's showing too much of her breast. I'm like, okay, grow up, guys. I think we've all seen that. You know, I'm pretty sure you've eaten from one too. So
yeah. Just everyone knows it. What the hell? Even your kids.
My home country. They're scared of boobs, but then they love them. I mean, we got songs about it all the time on pop things, and they got Kids Bop too.
maybe they don't like cute stuff.
maybe. Yeah, they're just like, oh, dragon girls are too cute, so we just can't have that.
Yeah. It's too cute to them. So
but then what is there to live for if you don't have that?
Yeah. But it's really intensified singing this meme right now. It's like, so what, Boomer?
Man. Yeah, that definitely fell into the OK Boomer, which has been just booming all over the internet the past week or two. It's great.
It's really great.
But as usual, people are ruining it too, because then they're using it out of context. Because even one of my friends was posting about it earlier, where someone tried that on him, and he's like, "Well, okay, hold on there," and he just put him in his place. But it's really funny. Yeah, the usual, misuse of memes. No, memes are powerful and wonderful.
Powerful, when you get into memes, there's no going back. I mean, that is really powerful stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I just saw an article about, remember the Hide the Pain Herald guy?
Yeah.
Yeah. They just put that out yesterday from I think it was The Guardian. And it was just him telling his story and how, his wife wasn't too happy with the meme until he saw that first paycheck from like a Hungarian car commercial. I was like, yeah, that's the usual thing. A lot of people aren't going to be happy until you get that first paycheck.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's wonderful. Yeah, I got it up on my phone right now, though, because it was 9 years ago is when it started. I'm like, oh, that's so great.
And even he was on a music video, so it's really like he had a success on the meme.
Oh, yeah. And that's like, especially the last 2 or 3 years, he's been like all over the place with it, and it's awesome.
It's really sweet.
I'm so happy because he's such a funny guy too, even though he still does that smile, but then he's like, he owns it now. It's
that's
great.
Like me right now. Everything what's happening in my life, that's me right now.
You're just like smiling, like,
yep. What's happening? Yep. No one's replying. Yep.
Oh no, yeah. Well, we do have a small crowd that keeps liking those memes. You know, you always have that one or two.
and then it's the same crowd. Yeah, I kind of realized.
Yeah. Oh, that's like a couple of my other friends. I always heart react everything, and that's good. It's worth it. You know?
Speaking of react, how about the LovePlus Every?
I don't know how we should react with that. Hold on. Let me find it on here. This was the funny part. Let's see what the crowd is. Let's see. I have it on here. The window. The react that we're seeing right now.
Dude, share it. I don't see anyone.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not sharing it right now. But yeah, 1.5 stars.
Yeah.
On Google.
Yeah, oh my god, it's really like...
But when you told me the other day it was 1.8 and it's still crashing, this one bar is so long right now. Yeah. It's like, wow. There's still a couple of 5 stars which haven't like changed, but that was before the maintenance. Oh, this is great.
Wait, what day is it? It's the currently recording at 9th of November. And the maintenance start what?
The second, I remember.
I guess, this second.
It was in the morning of the second, so that was 1 week ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and here's Mr. Setsuna Kevin says, maintenance for 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, now 30 days. Why are you releasing this game?
I was expecting the maintenance to finish at the 5th day, but still not.
At least.
But everyone's like... freaking out right now.
But I mean, they're saying it's indefinite, and I'm just like, are you serious? You know, and even some people commenting that this is just the DS version, you know, updated with some VR, and that's it.
Yeah, definitely. It's just like that. They just only like added the VR stuff.
It's a port, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a port.
It's disappointing.
And what's funny is that if you look at their Twitter page and the last update they have about the maintenance stuff, quite funny on the comment section. It's like...
Well, it was like a couple of days ago that they last updated, I think yesterday. But like their other pages, the last update was on the 2nd. And I'm like, oh my God, why?
So some memes on the comment sections, like they're post part of the Cobra manga where Cobra said, well, the maintenance gonna be... Nope, not at all.
I'm trying to find that. Yeah, I'll bust out the Twitter feed here.
Oh,
what do we got? God. Twitter, LovePlus.
And even Vegeta said, oh, what? This is really shit. Sad aura noises.
Sad. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I'm just going to bust out the screen here so people can see this, and we'll put that info on like some of the other places about the podcast so you guys can read this as well, because this is just OMGF.
Even someone posted a quote of Rinko on the game said, "Nani tenno baka jan."
Oh yeah, her actual quote.
What the hell are you just saying? You're so
I don't know. Like the whole Konami situation is okay. Yeah, so the last update was on the 6th, and that's the pinned tweet.
Gosh,
wow.
Rinko comment is so harsh. It's so
oh, this is just everything about it. Oh yeah, here's all like some of the comics that people are. Oh, this is great.
Oh my God.
Oh man, so sad. But like, I really think this reflects a much bigger problem too with Konami, because even some of the references I was looking up earlier, just, you know, back in 2015, the whole Kojima thing when they split, you know, that's such a mess. And like, even their directors were saying that they're pretty much stepping away from these games and focusing on their mobile. And, you know, this is supposed to be one of those, and it's not doing anything.
Yeah, and even everyone in the employer side, everything is splitting up. So it's like the whole situation is...
It's falling apart.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I know they have, they have the gyms here in Japan, and they've got their whole gaming operation, the arcade games. Like, I'm surprised that the rhythm games haven't fallen apart yet, because I was expecting that to be already thrown out also, because they want to focus on their pachinko, and like in the US, they have a really massive casino gaming division. They make a lot of video slots, but
actually,
just like pachinko.
Actually, it is falling apart, the arcade rhythm game. If you go there, it's like the whole arcade stuff. It's like they've been like refurbishing every game every year.
Yeah, it's just rehashes and rehashes.
It's really,
I mean, like even DDR expansions haven't really been much except for a couple of licensed songs from like 3 years ago.
Yeah, so it's really stopping if you try to look at it inside. So every song is like, this was last year's.
Yeah, like I know there's some competition, like even some of the indie labels, like the Hardcore Tanoshi guys, like they have their own, that's like My now, and they have some other games like that I saw in Akihabara just last month, and I was like, well, these are really great. We don't have those here in Nagoya, but we have, all the other staples like My and like all the Cube stuff and all the crazy other rhythm games, but I mean, like, I don't know. Like, is Bimani still alive? I don't know.
It's still alive, but not that, like, active nowadays, so I don't really have it.
We should probably check with, like, DDR Freak and the other Bimani fans and see if they know anything about this, because it's, I don't know.
I really hear anyone actually play Bimani nowadays.
Yeah. All the big trends now are all away from that these days. I mean, because even my friends that are obsessed with Beat Mania, and they've been so hardcore since, I don't know, way before 2DX.
And nowadays, I also see a Beat Saber is like the pinnacle.
Oh, Beat Saber, yeah. That's
now.
everywhere.
It's really an awesome game. Actually, everyone who never played that game, really play it if you like rhythm games.
It's bringing people in,
Yeah.
Because a lot of the mobile stuff has kind of mixed around. Some have done okay. A lot of people play Osu, or some sort of hack of it. But
the last time I ever played Osu was having 2 hot dogs in my hand and then playing in the touchscreen.
Wow.
That's the pinnacle of stuff I ever do in a rhythm game, because the only current rhythm game I ever play every time is the Tunism. It has a lot of like anime song in here, so I really like that game.
I mean, I have played the Taiko one recently.
Oh my god, the Taiko one, yeah.
They got some new songs licensed, so it's good. Yeah, it's still good.
Every year they got a lot of new songs, so I really like that one too. But I barely like play that because I don't want to like look stupid.
It gets expensive pretty quick.
No, I don't want to even look stupid.
Yeah, you're just hammering everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, that new DDR with the whole, what was it, the Dance Revolution, the whole LED pad, that's pretty cool. I like it.
Yeah.
Except I just go back to my usual 4 buttons, or 8. I like to do doubles. But yeah, just the LEDs are too intimidating.
The only rhythm game I miss about Konami is the Keyboard Mania. It's really an awesome game once you get picked on how to play a keyboard.
It's a while ago.
Yeah, it's really a while ago. Like, what, 15 years maybe?
Yeah.
I can't remember, because I only remember it the last time I see when I was in high school. It's that long.
Way back.
Like, back in my days, that's kind of way back.
Man.
Yeah.
Because, it's cool. Like, I think you can still find that in Akihabara, because there's that retro game arcade where you can still find Para Mania and that Dance Maniacs, the one that's sort of got those beams you break. It's like infrared, but it's not quite the same level as Para. Yeah.
Actually, if you go somewhere in countryside, maybe we can encounter something like that, another retro game.
Some of the old arcades, because even up by your place in Kanazawa, there was a few arcades that I had heard about that still have those machines. And one of the photographers I know went up there and took some pictures of them. But yeah, I think Hokuriku is probably a great place, because I don't want to go much farther north. But here in Nagoya, we got too much of the new stuff. So yeah.
Even in my
I think I need
place,
to go to Gifu.
at my place, where is that? There's a mall called Apita in Kanazawa, where if you go there at their arcade place, there's a pop-in music that's only cost like 30 yen.
30 yen games.
2 songs for 30 yen, so you can play a lot.
So good. Dang.
And even if you want to play a full version song, that's only cost 30 yen, so it really is a nice play.
That's legit, yeah. So if you ran out of 100 yens, boom, you get that 30 yen game.
Yeah. It's really
See, that's more like US, with where you use a quarter. So
yeah, that's why I like scouting about the old arcade stuff, because everything is like so cheap compared to new arcade boards.
yeah, and I remember that other like game center that we went to in Kanazawa. Yeah, that one was cool. The batting cage is 24 hours. Like down here, a lot of places aren't 24 hours, so that sucks. Even in Tokyo, like you had to go to Saitama to get to those 24-hour arcades.
I guess those 24 hours is only really limited
really suburbs.
at the suburbs or countryside. Maybe.
Countryside.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of
kind of makes me wonder what's up by Sendai. Like next time I visit my in-laws, I'll just like go off to some random arcade in the farms or up in the mountains somewhere. Yeah, jeez. But that's cool though. Maybe I should do a video about hunting for some of these games.
Yeah, you should. And even maybe let's make a video like hunting on some retro stuff at Hard Off. Although it's hard to film inside the Hard Off because, they don't really like you filming in there, all the old stuff. Yeah, or maybe we can just like equip glasses with camera in here.
Yeah, I'll just like slap on a GoPro on my chest and just walk around so we can look at that.
Yeah.
Because usually they don't care if you have like a small one clipped on, because even if they see it, they're like, whatever. Because if you have like a big camera, for some reason, that's a problem. If you're using your cell phone, some people care. Some are just like, whatever, you're just looking at stuff.
Yeah, they kind of freaking out.
Yeah, some stores freak out about that, but I noticed a lot of them are just kind of like, whatever, as long as you're not filming people, like they're like, okay, respect privacy.
Yeah, I remember when we got inside of a thrift store and a staff like warn us to not film with our smartphone, so it's really hard
that was in Fukui.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I remember that. I was trying to live stream, but they're like, oh no, and I was just like, sorry guys, gotta go. I mean, that was already kind of at the end of my stream though, because it'd already been like 7 hours. But
oh my god,
I drove from Kyoto all the way up there, and like all 7 hours of it was live streamed.
Yeah, I remember watching your whole driving session, and it's all
you were watching me, and we're like, I'll meet you over there. Let's go. Yeah, that was great. But that one store, I did go back a couple months ago, and that was pretty good. There was some good stuff, more figures.
Yeah, they have some like rare figures sometimes, and the price is really the cheapest price you can get in every countryside in Japan.
Yeah,
I guess.
Definitely, because that was really countryside, because that's like right off of the main highway, and I think there's like a mall about 1 kilometer away, and it's in between two cities, so it's like just people passing by, so it's so cheap when you go there.
There is a place in Nagano where you can like buy a lot of retro stuff that I don't know, did we go there or me and my friend go there?
No, I think it's your friend, because you were telling me about it, because we went to the one in Yamanashi.
Oh, yeah.
Which was really crazy also. That was good. That was a little more expensive, but you were saying, there's one in Nagano that's insane. And
yeah, it was really nice because there's a lot of retro stuff that it's only a fraction of yen you can buy. And there's something like a lot of PlayStation 1 for 100 yen, Dreamcast for 500 yen, and still working like really a good condition.
That's insane. Yeah, I'm going to have to go over there sometime and let's hunt some down.
And even for the anime stuff, there's a lot of like old figures, but those like Tonitaka figure stuff. The Shining series and the Megurine Luka, I saw it was like 1,000 yen, and the condition is like
Jeez.
barely put outside from the back.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's really insane. There's some shop out there, like a thrift store shop, that's really everyone never been to.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely want to investigate these more because, like, the one by Mount Fuji that we went to, the hard off, like, that's where we got some cheap parts. And I remember, I thought you got like a Dreamcast thing or Saturn thing. I forgot what it was. But
actually, I bought a Saturn back.
Yeah. Because I remember you were getting some other games or something when we went there and we were playing with the old cameras.
Yeah, me and my friend actually collecting some retro stuff, like retro games. I mean, like collecting retro games, so it's quite amusing to see something like that.
Yeah, and I mean, I know with everything getting more popular, it's getting harder to find some of those things, so
yeah,
I guess we just gotta hunt more.
Yeah, pro tip, everyone should now buy a PS3 CDs because it's gonna be like harder to find in the next few years.
Yeah, I know that's actually the main reason I still have my PS3 is because I got it used like years ago, and then I got a bunch of secondhand games at stores here, and I just didn't get rid of them. So I mean, same thing with Xbox because I have like the original Idolmaster stuff. It's so good on the 360.
And another tip: never go by the Super Potato. Never go there.
Oh well, I think if you're looking for something, it's good to browse. But like, and if it's a rare enough item, probably worth getting it there. But otherwise, don't.
Yeah. Well, Mandarake website is pretty good at scouting on some retro games. So it's nice to browse, but
it's also good to like shop elsewhere if you're really buying. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But if it's rare enough, it's pretty much you have no other option but to get it there at Mandarake or the Super Potato.
Oh my god.
I love Super Potato though. It's nice just to walk by and you're just like, oh man, I see everything.
Yeah.
Because like the one in Akihabara with a lot of the statues is cool, but like here in Nagoya, it's less of that, but they have like a lot of cooler decorations, I think.
Actually, when I live in Osaka, I've been like going to Super Potato once in a week, and I've seen a lot of people like patting Mario.
Oh yeah, they just go there. It's like touching the Buddha statue for good luck. They touch the Mario. That's the same here because there's one in front in there's one in front of Super Potato, and then there's like an N64 at a next door shop, and like people are passing by and like touching everything. Like touch old Nintendo for good luck.
No, don't touch it.
Yeah. Like luckily there's no signs though, so people are always snapping pictures and there's a store here called May Koya. It's right next to Super Potato and the G store. So it's just basically anime and video games.
Oh
and
yeah, I saw
several
that
things.
store.
Yeah, like you remember we went by there. But they have the cool backgrounds, like one's a Street Fighter background and another one's like the Super Mario background. So like I've seen a lot more tourists lately going there and snapping pictures. And I'm like, look, I'm in Mario, yay! So I'm glad. Like a lot of people are really discovering here because other places are just way too crowded. So they're hanging out over here now.
Yeah, everyone should just skip Tokyo for the moment. Just go to Osaka, Nagoya, or somewhere.
Yeah, I'll definitely recommend everyone avoid that. Like even Akihabara, just walk through. Hit the spots that you really want to and then just go somewhere else because it's too crowded now. Like every time I think about going back, I'm like, I'll go somewhere else.
For first time, it looks okay, but the second time you go there, it's gonna be like grow on you so fast that you don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah. It's just too much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we've also been recommending folks go to like Nakano or somewhere else, to hit up those otaku spots, or any hobby spots because I mean they're the original. That's where it all started,
Yeah, this is why we made this podcast, and maybe in the future the YouTube channel we're gonna show a lot of minor stuff in Japan that everyone never been through.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to show that.
Show some fresh stuff here.
Yeah.
Whoops. Yeah, I'm trying to like show it on the screen too, like some of the Akihabara stuff. Like when I drove through last time, I just drove through. I didn't even stick around.
In Kanazawa, there's a lot of stuff that everyone never been through, and even the Totoro Iwa, where you can see a big ass Totoro stone standing.
It's a stone, It's a natural rock Totoro.
Oh yeah, it's really an awesome stuff when you see it.
Yeah, I mean, we got some footage, but we can definitely get some better footage.
Yeah, next time we're gonna show them a better one and maybe
and all those other places up there. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And find those retro arcades that my other friend found.
Yeah, there's a lot of ideas coming out on us later.
Yeah, because what is that city? Doto or
Dote?
Oh, Dote? Dote?
No, Dote? No.
Dote.
Are you Dote?
Dote. There's like a few cities up there definitely worth checking because I mean, like, I remember when I was out by Totori, basically anything on the Nihonkai Sea of Japan side. I mean, all those retro store or secondhand stores, like out by Totori, I was just blown away how many of those, and I was thinking, man, I need to investigate because I mean, I was just passing through for work, but I was like, man, I want to go to these shops. There's so many secondhand shops. Just imagine like all the hidden treasures, I know like some people are trying to keep that a secret from travelers, but I think if you guys are looking for the most hard to find stuff here in Japan, that's where you go.
Yeah.
Secondhand stores.
Maybe if we can go further like Okayama-ken or something like Hiroshima, we can show something that I know.
It's so far.
Yeah, but maybe we can get a budget on that later on and maybe support some.
Yeah, totally. Oh, the big one, Hiroshima, definitely, because near the Peace Park, that's basically their Akihabara, and it's wonderful. There's so much cool stuff there. Great food, great places to go. And like a lot of people usually are going to see the historical sites there and of course to Ground Zero, the Peace Park, but right next to there, it's great.
Yeah, eventually everyone, we're gonna see a big mass of B-rolls.
Yeah, massive B-roll everywhere. We're gonna show it all.
An hour of B-rolls.
Like show all of those shops. Yeah, because like all of the major arcades and comic stores are right there next to the Peace Park. And like most people don't know it because that's not what they're there for. But like for us, we can pass by there and just be like, hey, it's very lively. I love Hiroshima. I want to go back. Yeah,
and another thing is that not a lot of YouTubers actually show some hidden stuff in Japan called Manga Island.
Oh yeah, Manga Island.
Everyone never focus on that stuff, so I wanna really focus on those kind of places because it's really awesome. You can it's like a net cafe but full of manga.
Yeah.
It's like to my heart, it's really like
I've only seen like maybe one or two posts about that, and that's usually like the internet cafes that offer a lot of manga, but not like these. There's the super special places that's all they got.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of, maybe 10 manga island in Japan, but I don't know the other one. I only know 2, which is in Gifu. Well, no, it's in Takayama.
Oh, yeah. Was that the one we passed by?
Yeah. And the other one is actually at the Sendai's Cat Island.
Oh, that's why you've been wanting to go to the Cat Island. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
we
I love cats. I love cats. But there's a manga island there that everyone should look at.
Well, that's the crazy part is just because every time I go to Sendai, just usually to visit family, but I keep finding better restaurants, better places to visit. It's just insane every time. So I'll definitely have to go there. Yeah,
Sendai is really big. I mean,
yeah, and most people I know have never been there. One guy that does go there has been going for Wagyu stuff before they disbanded.
Oh.
And he was taking pictures of some of the places. I was like, yeah, I've been there. Or I've been to those other places. That's why I kind of like that series because of that, because it was a little more real. But the places are legit, and it's really nice. Good food in Sendai. But every time I go, it's always too cold.
That is the minor stuff in Sendai. It's really too cold. And even when it's in winter, there's, the silver onsen spot there. There's a...
silver what?
The Kinzan Onsen.
Kinzan. Wait, is that the one in, what's that? Tendo, I think?
No.
The one that's Yamagata?
Yeah, almost in Yamagata, I guess.
Yeah, there's a bunch. Yeah, that whole area is so active. But yeah, by north of Yamagata is the really famous one that I've even seen J-List talk about because it was featured in a couple of anime.
Yeah, I never been there, but my friend who lives in Miyagi went there in the winter. It was like horrible, he said.
I bet.
I mean, you gotta have to take the mountain pass because there is no
A lot of them
road.
are closed too. You have to be careful. Yeah.
And he was driving a 500cc car, so
Oh, great. K-Car is going to get you over there.
Yeah.
Good luck. Even if it's four-wheel drive.
well, at least it's four-wheel drive, so
Yeah, if he has a Jimny, he can do it.
yeah.
Yeah, I know, like, wintertime, some of these onsens are pretty wild. Like, you know, we passed by that one in Nagano, remember, on the way to Comiket last year?
Oh yeah.
It was great. And also people freaking out about our driving through the snowstorm.
Oh, I like really
so good.
going to onsen, but the problem is most of them are really hard to find, to come by, and really hard to go there because
they're out of the way for the best ones, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in Gifu, we've got a bunch.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's worth it if you drive around there because the view...
But yeah, you have to drive. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You can't. Some of them you're lucky if there's some train or bus service like those ski resorts. Yeah, they have them too.
It's really hard to come by.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny though is because you're in the mountains, and if you're there in winter time, like I've often been, you know, and you see like there's ice everywhere around it, but then whenever you jump into the water, it's like 45 degrees Celsius, so it's well over 100 Fahrenheit, and it just burns when you jump in. So I'm just like throwing the water around to like melt everything, and I'm like, okay, and just splash myself a little bit to adjust.
For the first 10 minutes, you'll be like Gollum in the it burns. It burns.
That's pretty much. Actually, one time it was that bad where I couldn't jump in. Like I would even try to like splash myself to cool down the water a little bit before and just adjust myself, and still I couldn't step in. I just went inside. It's just way too. The temperature difference was too bad.
But yeah, and after you get up, you'll be like JoJo, like.
Oh yeah, like
JoJo,
just
like
shiny, like. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god!
I'll be breathing. You know, my.
There's a really lot of scouting and a lot of burning right now in Japan. So, what are we going to do right now?
Yeah, we'll have to show some fresh stuff that other content creators aren't showing. I mean, I'm definitely going to be sticking to Central and Western Japan because we've got too much Tokyo coverage, and there's way more Japan.
Yeah, we don't need that.
They can have Tokyo.
We really need a lot of Western Japan. Wild West Japan, but actually it's not wild, more like Japan.
Yeah, just quiet countryside. It's not wild anymore.
If you want a pretty peaceful Japan, just go to my place, Ishikawa-ken. It doesn't have earthquake, and even you get a typhoon there, there's barely a wind.
I mean, by the time any typhoon gets to you, there's like nothing, just the rain as usual.
Yeah.
And it's always raining, even if there isn't a typhoon.
Definitely.
It's like London.
That's the only place here in Japan that is like London.
It's just crazy. Foggy and raining all the time.
Yeah, I always tell to everybody, if you want to feel like you're in London, just go to Kanazawa Ishikawa-ken.
Well, they should probably advertise that way then, because right now they're just like, hey, you can ride Shinkansen, but like nobody does.
Even the people there, their taste in the food is like London.
Oh God. Yeah. Well, I mean, that Hachiban ramen was good. That was fine.
Yeah, it was awesome. That's the awesome stuff in Kanazawa, actually.
It's good. It's worth it.
Yeah, after you
and
go...
it's also... Oh, wait. Which anime was that in? Wasn't that in...
Oh, yeah. I forgot about
Girly
that
Air Force?
anime.
Yeah, Girly Air Force. That's
maybe that one, because
because it was in Komatsu, the Air Force base there.
They showcased Hachiban ramen in there.
Yeah, they showed, hey, you want some good food?
Oh.
It's ramen!
It's my place.
Yeah, I was laughing because, like, I remember you showed me that. They're like, hey, it was featured in the anime. And then, like, I actually watched. I was like, oh my God, it's for real.
You've been there.
I've been there. I know these.
There's
So
a lot
delicious.
of good stuff right there. And even like the anime what is that?
Oh, Hanasaku Iroha.
Yeah, Hanasaku Iroha is also in my place.
But they didn't show too much other than that Kisuiso, which it doesn't exist anymore. It's so sad.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff in
I
there.
like going there though. It's beautiful. It's
And
so
it's peaceful
quiet.
actually. If there's no event right there, if you go like just the normal day, it's so peaceful.
Yeah, because it's like you and maybe one or two other people walking around. That's it.
And then there's a park at the top of the mountain. If you go there, it's so peaceful. Like
Yeah, I didn't go all the way up. I went to like that little lake there by the onsens and stuff. Like it's great. Like it looks
even
nice.
the lake side is really nice. Nice.
Yeah, I recommend it. Oh, and the streams going through there, the small river.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
I really
Clear water.
recommend everyone go there. Even only one time.
Yeah, at least once.
At least once, yeah.
I mean, I've been up there a bunch of times, but at least once, guys. Go.
Yeah, there's
Go.
there's a bus from the Kanazawa Eki, so the Kanazawa station. So, I guess it's only once in an hour. So if you miss it, you're gonna still have to wait for another hour.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
So remember that, guys. Travel outside of Tokyo. You're going to be waiting a little bit on those trains and buses.
Yeah, a lot of patience.
Yeah. Because that's what's funny here between Nagoya and Gifu. Like once you get a little bit north of Gifu City, yeah, your trains are like every 20 to 60 or 90 minutes. So it's like, you better plan. Be careful if you're not driving. I recommend you guys rent a car or get a license or something. But I mean, the trains are usually pretty good if you're going other places. But if you're going to go where we go, you're going to need to drive.
When it comes to traveling, I never heard that there was a ticket that you can buy when you travel in Japan that it has a free pass to every Shinkansen and every train.
That was.
I never know that.
Well, because like we can't get them when we live here.
Yeah.
That's why. When I traveled here the first time on vacation, I was able to use that, but I've never used it since 2009 because I actually live here. So, yeah. But all of my friends, whenever they do visit, I always recommend it because like, oh, you're going to go there and there. Did you get a rail pass? JR rail pass?
Yeah, I never heard about that.
Yeah, because nobody here can get them, so it's not a thing. But I did find out, which I'll probably have to do a video about it, especially here in Aichiken, the ticket machines. So whenever you come in as tourist, usually you'd hit English or whatever language you want, and you'd see the prices. But like if you wanted to take Shinkansen from here to, like Toyohashi, which is like on the other side of the prefecture, Shinkansen is like 2,000 or 3,000 yen. So, pretty reasonable because you get there in like 20 minutes. But normally it takes over an hour driving. But if you do it on English, the price is like 2,800 yen. So it's like normal price.
Oh, really?
But if you look in the Japanese menu and you say, hey, I want to have a round trip ticket, it'll actually discount it to about like round trip for like 2,300 instead of that 2,800 each way.
Why?
Yeah. It's just kind of, it's a local thing. It's because it's local stations, so it's all within our zone.
Oh, I see. I see.
But on the tourist one, like on other languages, it doesn't show up. So some of the foreigners posted it up on the like the English, Nagoya pages, and people are like, "Wow, this is great," because they just want to go visit there for the afternoon, and why would you want to spend like $50 on a round trip?
Maybe foreigner tax.
When you pay like 20, yeah. I mean, like the foreigners that have the JRL pass, it doesn't matter. But like if you're a foreigner living here, you're still paying extra if you don't know the language.
Yeah, you're gonna have to suffer if you cannot read English.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, but it's an interesting discount though. So it's something that everybody that's at least getting a little bit familiar with Japanese by the time you visit here or live here, they need to
we learn
examine
Japanese.
these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little tips and tricks. That's just like how people always say, hey, get your Suica card, get your Pasmo or something. Or over here we have Manaka, so yeah, or Toika also. But get your card.
Everywhere in Japan has their own local card. Even in Kanazawa, we get the IC card, and if you go to Sendai, another.
That's the thing. I started collecting those, and it's great.
Currently, I got IC, Manaka, and Ikoka. And
Ikoka. Yeah, that was the thing, is because I forget what they have in Kyushu, but they have a different one too.
Oh yeah, I never kind of got to have some anime card that you can get in the bigger city.
The special one.
Yeah, maybe later on
what I've gotten though is the stickers. Because like there's a couple of the Dojin stores that have different circles will make, like especially Toho, there's like so many different like sticker covers that you can get. Like I got the one that said Suica, and it had Suica from Toho on there. It's so great.
But goddamn, bro, those stickers actually like preventing your IC card from being detected.
Oh yeah, it can cause problems. Yeah, because if you put it on and it like it actually blocks it, which is funny.
Yeah, I actually have some Toho stuff and ReZero stuff, and I put it in my Suica.
If you flip it around, it's okay, but it's funny that the other side, it actually blocks the NFC. Yeah,
maybe I'll just use a reflector kind of thing. So
yeah, I mean, if you flip it, it ends up becoming a reflector, but if you turn it the other way, it's blocking it. But that was the thing also, is like if you try to recharge your cards, some of the stickers were like low quality and super thick, so it would jam in the machine. I'm trying to recharge and it jammed.
It will go inside, but it's gonna.
Yeah, it's oh god. I had one of mine ruined before, but I learned. I had a Kankole one, which was okay.
I remember my friend made a credit card version of the Idol Master.
Oh yeah, the custom one.
The custom one, and then he put it in the local ATM, and it didn't went outside. It's it in the card.
Ate the card.
Yeah, and it was like Sunday morning, so weird.
Oh no, there's nobody there. Yeah. Oh wow.
It was really a horrible time to use that card.
Yeah, good luck getting it back. You have to wait till Monday.
There's a
even better if it's a holiday.
Yeah. Oh my god. Holiday in Japan, it's always slow. It's fast. It's everything and everyone in Japan when it comes to normal day is fast, but when it comes to holiday, it's everyone doesn't want to do it.
It's kind of good in one way, kind of bad in another. Yeah, like, that's just like Sundays in some parts of the US were like that too. It's like everything's shut down.
Maybe we can cheer up everyone.
Yeah. Let's just get everyone
on the band
excited about something. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, it's gonna be Olympic like next year, bro.
Yeah.
What are you going to do in the Olympic? Are you going there?
I'm not going to Tokyo. That's what I'm doing. Stay away from the Olympics, guys. It's gonna be too busy.
If you like Akihabara, stay away from the Olympics.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh my god, I can imagine an Olympic Akihabara image will gonna like. Oh jeez.
I'm really wondering about that. Yeah, because even my friends that live in the area, they're just like, I think I'm gonna go vacation somewhere else. That's just like what people did in London during the Olympics there. They just left and went somewhere else during that time because it was just too bad. I mean, like right now, I think in a week or two, we've got some G20 stuff going on here in Nagoya. And when that happened in June in Osaka, that just like shut down everything.
Everyone's
even a lot of shops just were like, nope, we're not going to deal with this, so they just closed for like the week.
Oh my god.
And the expressway was closed for the week. I was like, what the heck? Like, why would you shut down a whole city? But yeah, that's what they wanted for the summit. And Japan keeps doing this where they're like, we want to do all these free. Oh, whoops. I was loading up one of the next topics here. But it's such a mess, and they keep wanting to bring in more and more people, but they're like, everything is stretched too thin, and it's just over capacity, everything. And for Osaka, they actually shut down most of the roads downtown and the expressways. So the trains were just way overpacked. And, they're already pretty packed, but, they were way over capacity, and that was the only way to get around town, even to the airport. Ugh.
This goes down when you don't have a car. It's really hard to maneuver in Japan.
Yeah, well, especially like when they shut down the cities like this, or you have an earthquake or typhoon, and then, oh man, when the typhoon hit last month, like everything was just shut down in Tokyo for a while,
Everything.
Some people were like, oh, it wasn't that bad, but in the city itself it wasn't too bad, but around the city like Tamagawa, that got messed up.
Even Hokuriku Shinkansen is kind of like,
oh yeah, that was buried, that was flooded. Yeah, that was terrible. They lost like 30% of their cars, that need to be repaired now.
Yep.
It's just that's big time. That's like a couple $100 million right there in trains damaged.
Yep.
Not to mention, what was it, over 70 people killed or something like that? Like, it was rough. Like, even when I was up in Sendai that time, I was surprised whenever in the morning, after the storm had left, perfectly clear sky. But then I also realized, like, down the street, a lot of the neighbors' houses were flooded. It was just bad drainage. Like, the river didn't get that high, but in the area that we were at, there was like all the drainage just got flooded. So the water was like 2 or 3 meters deep. So I was basically sleeping about a meter or two above where the flood maxed out in that area. So I was like, whoa, we got lucky. But unfortunately, a lot of the neighbors didn't get so lucky. Like a lot of their tool sheds, their farm equipment was flooded.
So Nagoya is gonna be like the Neo Venezia.
Yeah. Oh no, yeah. Well, no, that was up in Sendai. That was before I came back. Nagoya was actually okay, luckily, because if it was a direct hit on Nagoya, it would have been like back in the 50s where they got flooded out. So, like, even though there's only a little wind and rain, like even all the guys on like the Gaijin pages for Nagoya were just like, wow, we really got lucky that time, because it was still, like in the American scale, that the Saffir-Simpson, it's like category 3, where you have 200-kilometer-an-hour winds. And it was like going right at Nagoya before it started to curve as they predicted. But if it didn't curve, like I don't know if I would still have, my place here. And
maybe half of your place is like being down the hill. You cannot even walk it.
Yeah, I mean, like, we've had some typhoons come through here before where, I've seen some of the streams and rivers getting really high, like touching the bridges and stuff, like where they're splashing and touching the bridge. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah. When it comes to typhoon, Nagoya is the number one place in Japan that always gets hit. but it's kind of stronger than Tokyo. I mean, when there's
we're better prepared than Tokyo.
I mean, Tokyo is really weak. Everything's really weak in Tokyo, infrastructure.
Yeah, like they've done a lot to like mitigate those problems, but that's the thing, is like you see these past couple storms have really wreaked havoc on Tokyo.
I mean, Tokyo never like evolved since the 80s, I guess. I mean,
I mean, they've completed the drainage stuff like in the 90s, but that's the thing.
Still not enough.
It's not enough, because like the whole big thing, like since the 1900s, was the what is that? Not the Tamagawa, but the Edogawa. Where they have the Arakawa River. Yeah,
the main
when
river.
They diverted that was the big one.
Oh yeah.
But like that's the thing. Tamagawa is still a problem right now.
They need to pump it. They need a big pump. Maybe it's use that as the natural resource electricity.
Well, that's the thing, is like they save a lot of that water, and they have like that massive underground thing, like that's kind of famous on the internet where they took photos.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, is like even that is not enough these days, like with what's been going on.
Yeah, this has been like, when we try to talk about Tokyo, it really feels like Tokyo is like not a part of Japan. It's like it is its own country. Because
like most people think of Tokyo as Japan, like, oh, Japan, they always think Tokyo, but then when you're actually in Japan, you realize, Tokyo is Tokyo.
Yeah, it's really not Japan. If you go outside of Tokyo, you're really gonna see the real Japan.
Yeah, you see, it's just much slower pace of life, or even if it's busy big cities like Osaka and Nagoya, it's still very different.
Yeah, I mean, even Osaka is quite a multicultural place, but it has the essence of Japan compared to Tokyo. Tokyo is like the
Yeah, it
blonde New
does.
York City. You can get everything.
Yeah, it's definitely different, and I know like a lot of foreigners like that. You know, some like American visitors that I knew, like one of the customers at my work, they loved it.
Well, most of the media is always gonna be in Tokyo.
Yeah, but that was the thing. Yeah, Tokyo, that's what they love. You know, but like when they were here in Nagoya, they liked Nagoya. It was a bit quieter. They like the car culture because they're into cars.
Oh
you know,
my
'cause
god!
it's at my work, but
Everyone is using what?
that's it.
Not Prius.
Toyota.
No. What is that?
What, the Daihatsu?
No, not the Daihatsu. The Nexus.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Everyone is on Nexus. Like, what the hell is going on in
Yeah.
Nagoya?
But I mean, it's just different here. Yeah, definitely Osaka. Like every time I go back, it's cool. People are real chill.
Mhm.
I like it.
Yeah.
Over here, it's a little different too.
I mean, Osaka is like more like a real Asian ethnic.
It's a
kind of
real
stuff.
Asian
Yeah.
city, yeah. Because besides being Japanese, it's like it's got the essence of the rest of Asia too.
Yeah, if you go to Tokyo, everyone's like dark and kind of dead inside. If you go to Osaka, everyone's at least kind of bright inside and gonna talk to you.
Yeah, and you don't have to take our word for it, guys. You guys check it out.
Yeah, really.
You'll see even a lot of the YouTubers on there were just like, oh yeah, I love Osaka. It's
Yeah.
great. And like all of my friends, like even my live streamer friend, every time she goes to Osaka, she's like, oh, it's so fun. You know, I'm like, yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
That's why. Yeah, I think I saw a few of the famous influencers. Like there's a couple I was when I was skimming through Instagram earlier, like taking pictures by, you know, the Running Man sign and everything.
Oh, yeah.
They always do that, you know, but it's cool. Was that Doton Bori, I think?
And the big crab.
Yeah, the big crab.
Oh yeah, and when you go to Osaka, number one ramen you really need to eat is Kinryun ramen at the
Kinryun ramen.
Nipponbashi. Really go there.
Oh yeah, Nipponbashi.
The
Yeah.
Kinryu ramen.
I mean, we'll probably be talking about that a lot later on.
Yeah,
I was going to be doing some video stuff from there too. Totally worth it.
there's a lot of stuff happening
It's,
there too.
That's Den Town, guys. That's yeah.
Well, at least it's always being open to everyone when it comes to Osaka. But not in
Oh,
Kyoto.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to get more into that later
Yeah.
because I was definitely going to do a special about all three electric towns, the big electric towns, you know, Akihabara, Osu, and Denden.
Yeah, we're gonna have to discuss later on all of those stuff. Right now, this is the only stuff we can get in our podcast. Is we can only talk for an
Yeah,
hour.
we're trying to keep it around an hour.
Actually, it's already 54 minutes we've been talking, so it's really
shoot!
time.
Yeah, we're getting close.
We're getting close.
Yeah. Oh, here, let me get to the last topics. Well, I guess we got this YouTube thing.
Let's go.
Markiplier put out a good video, but before that, I wanted to mention what you were mentioning to me earlier. There's the Google Map thing because that's a pretty big deal for especially visitors. And I found an article from last March because do you remember when the Google had that split, like their contract ended with that? I guess it's Zenrin is the local map maker.
Yeah, it
so
was
very
this
accurate
year.
maps.
It was this year.
Yeah. It was this year. Yeah, I was thinking it was last year, but it was actually this year.
Yeah.
And their contract ended here, which was a big deal because like the service quality went down big time on Google. I mean,
Actually, like 50%.
yeah. And that's the thing. Yeah, not just a little. It was like 50% or more.
Yeah, I mean, when the first time I have ever used it, there are some street that wasn't there before, and when I took a look at it, the street is at the park where you're not supposed to drive
it
there.
still shows up that way actually. Yeah, like it doesn't have the proper data for like streets and walk paths because there's been even times where I would be driving somewhere and of course like my coworkers, they would actually use Google Maps and they're like, yeah, I just used that, and then I looked at that and I was just like, dude, this is wrong. You know, like I was driving my boss's FJ Cruiser because we went to Tokyo, right? We had to go to Adachi, which has a lot of narrow streets, and this is an FJ Cruiser. That's a big like like American-sized SUV.
Yeah.
And like it was saying, oh yeah, go this way, it'll save you some time. And me, I would usually take the slightly more main roads, which are better flowing. But they're like, oh no, this will save you a few minutes. And then I'm going through like basically a single lane street with this car, but it's a two-way street, you know, like a lot of in Tokyo are like that.
It's really terrible.
Oh my God, yeah. And then my boss was like freaking out while I'm driving because usually when we visit these other shops, and that's what I was doing. And he's like, yeah, next time let's maybe not go that way. I said, yeah. I was like, you told me to use Google.
And actually, those kind of places, just be careful. There's a lot of kids who likes to trip in there.
And they'll just like run out. Yeah, that's why I'm always careful.
Like something like that.
And just fall over. Yeah, like what's cool though, as of the other day, it says articles from the 7th.
Oh yeah.
That Google has that new download feature, so they've been upping the quality a bit since they do have new contracts, and they constantly have those cars out there updating. But yeah, there's a lot of places I realized in Japan that are still not even updated on Google Maps because of this. So your street view is not very accurate. In the cities it is, but yeah, just so all of the listeners here know, just be careful with that. But you can download your maps now on Google Maps.
That's the great thing.
Save your bandwidth.
Yeah, you can now download the map if you're like traveling a lot in Japan and doesn't have any data.
Because the GPS will still function. Yeah, and that's the thing. If you're in an area with no data, at least you can sort of navigate with this if you don't have a paper map.
Yeah.
So this is pretty important. But as a lot of travelers do find out when they get here, you can usually pick up a local map at like an information thing, so that also really helps. Yeah,
when you can just reference it with your offline map in Google and then just take a look at the paper.
Yeah, so this is a good thing because I know a lot of other places have this, but for the longest time you haven't been able to do that here. So I'm glad because I have 128 gigs available, so I might as well do that.
Yeah, even for us who's native in Japan, it really helps a lot because taking an offline map sometimes in a mountain pass is like really terrible.
Oh yeah, that's just
without the offline map.
Yeah, so at least now, because usually you only have some buffer, and it's not enough.
Even in buffer, because there's a time that I use a Chinese. I don't know. It was a Hontom. It's called Hontom.
Oh yeah.
The maker's called Hontom, and the phone was like being selling in Europe. And I bought that phone because it's really cheap for like 8,000 yen. And I wanted to use that as a navigator for my car. And when I was driving in Nagano, it was really terrible because Nagano has a lot of
dead spots everywhere.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of trees and everything is like terrible when it comes to like getting a 4G.
Your GPS flips out.
Oh my God. And then there's a time that for like 30 minutes of running in the road and my GPS flips out. There's a certain premium band in Docomo that you cannot get with a phone that you bought outside.
Oh yeah, the other bands if you have a SIM-free phone,
Yeah. If you don't have that band, good luck at the mountain because it won't gonna receive any signals.
That's terrible.
And I've been running in the mountain for 30 minutes without that signals and without the offline map. Oh God.
Yeah, it's not. You have nothing.
Oh God, it's like I'm like
good luck.
Yeah, I'm like good luck, and it was night, bro.
Oh geez, yeah. So if anything went wrong, you're really out of luck.
Yeah, that was the terrible night I ever experienced because, I mean, really, the night mountain pass in Japan.
Oh yeah, it can get pretty scary in some spots. Like
if you have
people think it's all high tech, but it's pretty wild once you get out.
Yeah, if you're driving initially, the newest initially, it looks like that, but more slower.
Yeah, slower, a bit more dangerous. The road's crumbling.
Oh my God, not that.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like a lot of those mountain passes. Pretty dangerous in many areas. I mean, especially like when we were going between Nagano and Gifu. Oh man. Next, our last part here, we've got issues with YouTube.
Oh my God.
We got this Markiplier video that you sent me earlier, and it just popped up, and it was published just yesterday. Yeah, about people getting banned for emoting or just no reason.
The ridiculous YouTube strikes again.
Ridiculous. Oh my god. It's yeah. And I mean, I thought only Canon had the cripple hammer, but looks like YouTube's got it too.
Yeah, I don't know if you try it on a Japanese session. Maybe if they try to like post some.
Yeah.
Because kanji is
I kind
like.
of wonder.
Yeah, because kanji is like redundant sometimes, right? And when you try to post something like that, will it ban you?
I kind of wonder, yeah, because if it's YouTube's automated system causing problems, that might actually be a big issue.
Yeah, maybe we'll try it later on.
We'll get banned just because we're typing LOL in Japanese. You know, put the W's all across the screen. Yeah.
Yeah, lots of W's.
It's very strange because, you know, all the other platforms, like according to what he was talking about, was just everyone's selecting where to go next. They're picking which emoji to use, and yeah, they got banned. Like hundreds of people. It wasn't a couple.
Yeah, I mean, it was only a heart emoji, right?
Oh, a different colored card. Like they had a green card and red card saying like which is his next action.
Yeah.
And I mean, like this happens all the time on like Twitch and Mixer, but and the YouTube Live ended up banning everyone for doing this. I'm like, are you serious? Like
maybe YouTube thought it was like they're gambling.
Yeah, well, I mean, what's worse about it is that like the resolution is that nobody is like people are getting declined because they're just like, hey, why are you even doing this? Why are you suspending? And people are appealing, and YouTube is like, nope, you're staying banned. And I'm like, wow.
F you.
Yeah.
You don't need to post like that. F you.
Yeah, and I'm just kind of like skimming through some of the content or the comments back here, and I'm like, wow, yeah, because this is like pretty wild. And it's funny, yeah, because like people are saying like, because he's bringing it up and he's even talking to YouTube, but they're not getting support. And I mean, this is a guy with 24 million subs.
Yep.
And he's even like getting the cold shoulder from YouTube. That's BS right there, man.
YouTube, what the hell's going on right now? Even my channel's like, it barely recommends to everyone, but I have
and you have
subscribes.
You have so many subs, over 10K, and like I think like what the views tend to be only a couple hundred if you put out a new song or put in chat video. Yeah.
I kind of like noticed when I was browsing my YouTube recommended. Most of the time, if I did not view a specific channel for like a week or so.
Oh yeah, it stops recommending their stuff.
Yeah, totally, for like a year.
Like even if they have a new thing. And it's funny because remember, this was also an issue a year or two ago whenever they were bringing the notification bell. You know, everyone's like, yeah, notification squad. Well, that doesn't even work.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It's so this is going to be kind of an issue. And also like as we're growing this channel on the YouTube stuff, you know, showing people not just our regular content, but also like the podcast with additional content, that's going to be an issue for us.
Yeah. Everyone, we're going to have to like scatter around and maybe follow us on SNS.
Yeah. All the different sites.
Maybe post some story so everyone can.
Oh man, yeah, that's going to be definitely the story stuff, and we'll try to do previews and things for a lot of the folks that aren't familiar with this, since this is kind of a new thing for us.
Yeah,
but definitely like when I do videos, I'm going to have to make sure folks see it, you know, because even whenever we post on the page, sometimes only like 1,000 people see it, and we've got like over 200,000. It's okay. And Facebook's like, hey, why don't you boost this post? And I'm looking at it like, no.
Give us money and we'll boost your post.
Yeah, give us money. It's like, hey, if you give us $5, we'll show all these people. I was like, well, these people should be seeing it anyways because they followed the page. Come on. I mean, this was already an issue like 6 years ago whenever they were changing the algorithm, and then now it's just so much worse because even a couple years ago we would average about 2,000 or 3,000 views if we would post up an article or something, and then now I mean, lucky to get 1,000 or 2,000.
Oh yeah, it's really a hard place to do right now in YouTube. Maybe we can just combine some SNS stuff to get more people join the bandwagon.
Yeah, and I mean, I know like a lot of people have been kind of like looking for other platforms. YouTube is still, well, because of how big it is, it's still one of the best places to put stuff, but we still have to be careful with that too, you know, because I know some of this content, like even some of the little jokes or like those news things like we talked about, like people are going to just flip out. and it can get nerfed because of that.
And when it comes to podcasting, I still don't know where to focus on podcasting. I mean, back in the day, it was iTunes.
Oh, true.
And then, and then SoundCloud. Maybe even right now, some people still use SoundCloud for podcasting.
Yeah, I mean, Spotify and all the other platforms too, they still allow for some of that. So that's the thing is like, we're not really sure where you guys are going to be hearing this. So we're going to be putting it on every platform we can.
So let us know in the comment, like if there is a comment section.
Yeah, if there is a comment section.
Rate us, thumbs like or thumbs down. Subscribe if you like.
Yeah, and questions. I mean, I'm redoing the web page now so we can actually have some of that interaction. But pretty much on any of the channels, we'll be trying to reach out and see where you guys are getting this news from and where we can actually reach out better so that you guys will actually get the updates. So yeah, with all these changes on social media, it could be an issue. I mean, I'm even thinking, hey, let's throw up some stuff on TikTok probably because that's booming right now. So as silly as it sounds, hey, people are there. So check it out.
Yeah, maybe cuddling some Buddhas and then place a EDM song.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go and like rub the belly of the Mario statue down at Super Potato and get some good luck.
And even kiss Mario or something like that.
Yeah, I'll offer like pizza or something, and here's some gold coins, Mario. All right, well, I guess we'll close it here for now, and we'll be back. I don't know if it'll be a couple of days or just at least weekly. We're going to be talking about news here, guys.
We are expecting a weekly show, but right now we just started, so we're still compensating what to do.
Yeah, and so we're going to be also featuring comments and like basically the news and everything. That'll be definitely weekly, but also we'll be doing like more than weekly, maybe some of these other shows talking about some new things or just like the general content, like hyping up some new series, or I mean, I definitely want to talk about Hataage Kemonomichi. Let's talk about wrestler isekais.
Yeah,
I'm down with that.
Most of the time, anime, gaming, everything in Japan. But we sometimes go in politics, but really we don't want to go there.
No, we're going to try to avoid that unless it's like something that directly affects our industries here in entertainment and anime, or I'm thinking, especially the tourism side's kind of a big one because, I mean, come on, like they've added additional tax for travelers. Like, come on, like that to me is just stupid. But
we really need to discuss something those kind of lines because really it affects a lot of stuff.
That does affect people that visit. Yeah.
And even native Japanese affects those kind of stuff in the tourism way. Yeah,
because even a lot of the small businesses are affected by those random things. And now we've got 10% tax as of last month. And,
definitely.
Well, I mean, at least for travelers, you can kind of go tax-free. But even if you still have to purchase like a certain amount. So even if you don't purchase much, like they're not going to give you that discount. So it's such a pain. It's one thing or the other. It's like, hey, it's tax-free. Well, no. You have to spend like $50 or $100. Well, I just want to buy this candy bar.
Maybe you can just use your gaijin power.
Gaijin power.
Gaijin power.
English, please. And then everyone freaks out. Yeah. And that really is the thing, guys. You can just speak English.
just go straight. Nihongo wakaranai.
Wakaranai. Oh God, let's do the Ikamusume. How. I learned to speak English. You can be the master of all.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. We'll be definitely trying to make some meme videos too. There's a lot of meme-worthy stuff that we run into on the daily here. Well, especially like those Lawson visits. Oh my God. Kombini life.
Well, anyway, it's that time. We're gonna have to Kombini life and end our show with this kind of time.
I guess signing off.
So we see you guys next time. Signing out.
Yep.
I'm G.
And I'm John. We'll see you guys next time.